With silver bullet strategy, you can hunt liquidity of Sydney, Tokyo, and London session. Guys, with silver bullet, you can trade after hunting the liquidity behind Sydney, Tokyo, and London session, and you can join a new trend, a sharp trend. Let's go and start tutorial. Guys, stay with us until the end of video because I teach you the best entry point of this strategy at the end of video. Let's start tutorial. Guys, welcome to your YouTube channel. Like this video, subscribe our channel, and write your question below this video. The first thing you must know about this strategy is session time. You must mark the opening of the daily candle with Sydney session and mark the first candle of New York session. After you mark this zone or this area, you can mark the highest price of this zone and lowest price of this zone with support and demand zone. Usually, after the New York session, price can move above high or below lowest price and hunt the liquidity of the three sessions, Sydney, Tokyo, and London, and after that, make a new trend that usually it's a sharp trend. You can use this strategy on gold, Dow Jones, and any stock or forex. Let's complete a tutorial. Guys, when we mark the lowest price and highest price of zone, Sydney, Tokyo, and London, after the first candle of New York session, you must stay for hunting the zone. That means the price must move above the high or below the lowest price. After that, we want to see price rejection. After the price rejects from this zone, we must to see change of character. For example, on uptrend, we must to see price break the recent low. Or for example, on downtrend, we must to see price rejection and the price can broke the previous high. After the change of character, we want to see on this leg the important area. The important area of this leg, it's FVGs, guys. See this example. In this area, we have the first candle of New York session. Behind this candle, we mark the highest and lowest price of Sydney, Tokyo, and London session. After that, we stay for hunting of this zone. After the hunting of this zone, we want to see price rejection and change of character. In this area with this candle, we can see the price change of character and break previous low. That means the price can make downtrend. After all of these things, we can search on this leg for FVGs. Guys, you can search or find FVGs on this time frame, your trade time frame, or you can shift time frame at a lower time frame, for example 1 minute, and search for FVGs on this gap. How can I trade with this zone, or how can I find FVGs? For example, of this leg, we can mark the space between this low and the high of the third candle. This is the first FVG. For the second FVGs, we can mark a space between the lows of this candle and the highest of the third candle. We have two FVGs, guys, in this area. After we mark FVGs and make a zone, we can trade with this zone with two methods. The first one, if the price rejects this zone or rejects under the FVGs and make a shadow, we can open our short position on this shadow and put our stop loss behind the first FVG. Or the second entry method, when the price came or reject under this FVG zone and make the candlestick, you can open your short position and put your stop behind the zone. After all things, we can trade with the liquidity of Sydney, Tokyo, and London session after the New York session, with hunting highest price or lowest price of three sessions with FVGs as change of character. Goodbye, guys. Like this video, subscribe our channel.